What's shaken, Dogo Argentino enthusiasts? Have you ever considered DNA testing your dogo? In today's episode, we are going to discuss DNA testing your Dogo Argentino or your suspected Dogo, why you might want to do it, what it can be used for, how it's done, and some of the benefits and cons of DNA testing. Thanks for joining me. It's Nicole from Dogo Argentino, USA, the channel where we chat about dogos. And as always, I have to ask, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so that our teeny tiny channel can continue to make Dogo Argentino educational content just for you. So what exactly is genetic testing? It is a medical test that's done in a lab, and it tests the DNA to identify changes in the chromosome, and it tells us a lot of really useful information for Dogo Argentino owners. So what's it used for? Well, of course, you can confirm or rule out any suspected genetic conditions. You can determine the chance of developing or passing on a particular gene or a genetic disorder. You can find out things like the coefficient of inbreeding, which strongly affects the longevity or lifespan of your Dogo Argentino, and that's so important for Dogo Argentino owners. It can do everything from tell you your breed. So if you got a dog from a rescue, you suspect it to be a Dogo Argentino, you can find out absolutely whether it is and how much Dogo is present in that mixed breed or whether it's a purebred Dogo Argentino. And I do want to let you know that I'm going to talk about one specific test. And the reason I'm going to talk about that test is because it's the one I've personally used. And that test is Embark. I like Embark for a variety of reasons, but I do need you to know this video is not affiliated with Embark. It's not sponsored by Embark. I'm not being reimbursed or paid in any way by Embark. This is information about my personal experience using the Embark breed and health test. I do want to let you know that I am an Amazon affiliate, and I am completely grateful if you choose to buy an Embark test through one of my Amazon affiliate links below the video in the description. But of course you don't have to. But if you do, it does earn me a teeny tiny little commission that helps this tiny channel survive. Okay, so how exactly is this test done? Well, if you go to the link in my description and you order the test, it's the blue box, the one that you want. That's the breed and health box. And currently on Amazon, as on the publishing of this video, it sells for $169. So the first thing you're going to do is buy it. It will arrive at your home if you have Prime 2 days later if you're in the continental United States. You are going to open up the box, and the very first thing is you're going to hop on your phone or on your computer, get online, and activate your kit. That lets them know that that kit is about to be used. It's really important that you activate the kit. The next thing you're going to do is a cheek swab, and it's just a little tube with a Q-tip looking item that's actually a plastic stick with a little sponge, and you're going to lift up your dog's lip and you're going to rub that sponge against the gums. Now, a caveat, it's really important that the dog does not eat or drink within 30 minutes of doing the cheek swab. I totally messed it up one time, so don't do that. Definitely make sure your dog hasn't eaten anything or drank anything. I think it's great to do it as soon as you wake up, and that way you know your dog hasn't been sneaking off some food or some water. Give it a good swab. You're going to put it back inside the tube and twist the top on so that it's thoroughly sealed and shake it about 10 times. Then you're going to slip it into the envelope and you will mail it back. It's in a prepaid mailer to Embark. It normally takes anywhere from 3 to 8 weeks for you to get the results. On average, with the test that I've done, it's taken 3 weeks. easy peasy. And one of the great things about Embark, why I personally like it, is it's so easy. They let you know when the package has been scanned at the post office and is in transit. They let you know when the package has been received. They let you know when the DNA sequencing has been started. They let you know when it's completed. They mail you your results electronically through email. And it is super cool. They have a really cool website. It has lots of different information that can be so helpful to Dogo Argentino owners. And I really do think it is a great, great test. It's a great service. I became familiar with Embark because I have personally used 23andMe to do my own genetic ancestry. And Embark is just the child company of 23andMe, the human DNA testing. So let's look at some of the benefits of DNA testing. I think one of the biggest benefits is that you can get a ton of relief from uncertainty. You don't know what's under the surface of your Dogo Argentino. The DNA test is going to tell you. So I think having that relief from not knowing is huge. You'll get confirmation of your dog's ancestry. You will know whether it is a purebred Dogo Argentino, a Dogo Argentino mix, or if you got it from a rescue, perhaps it's not a Dogo Argentino at all, even if it's been labeled that way. One of the huge, powerful benefits of specifically using the blue box, which is the breed and health test, is it can allow you to make informed breeding decisions. And that's so, so important if you're thinking about breeding your Dogo Argentino now or in the future. One of the great benefits is it gives you the opportunity to educate others, not only about the value of genetic research, but also about the standing of your personal Dogo Argentino dog. Of course, if you have a genetic condition pop up, early detection can often increase a positive outcome. So, for example, if you knew that it had a particular condition, you and your vet can talk about that and you can make very informed decisions, more likely allowing a positive outcome. Allowing you to make lifestyle-related choices can be one of the strongest benefits. It can tell you things like whether or not your dog is food motivated. As I mentioned, it can tell you about the COI, or the coefficient of inbreeding, which is directly related to longevity. It tests for 170 different health conditions, including certain genetic sensitivity to drugs. It can test for color genetics. Of course, as a Dogo Argentino, our dogs are white. They're always going to be white. They're going to give birth to white dogs. So that part of it is not necessarily specifically helpful to us because we have a white breed. But if you had a different breed, say for example, a French Bulldog, you could determine what genetics that French Bulldog had in its coat, which allows you to make better breeding decisions if you were trying to color breed specifically. One of the neat things it does after identifying your breed is it allows you a relative finder feature. And that allows you to contact people who are likely to have dogs related to your dog, either a cousin, a grandfather, a grandmother, something like that. And maybe you could either network or set up play dates, and that's just a super, super cool feature. So let's talk about some of the cons of genetic testing. Testing can increase stress and anxiety in some people, especially if you happen to receive what you might consider to be a negative result. So for example, you do the genetic test on your Dogo Argentino and it comes back positive for a genetic condition. That can create stress and anxiety. Another con is that the testing itself doesn't eliminate risk. All it does is tell you that there is risk present or not present. It's a likelihood. It does not eliminate risk. So for example, you might show that dog didn't have any of the markers for a particular cancer, and yet the dog in its elderly years might indeed still develop cancer. So just testing that it doesn't have a predisposition doesn't eliminate the risk entirely. Unfortunately, in some cases, DNA testing may be inconclusive or uncertain. And so again, that can cause stress and anxiety. I think another con for some people is the cost. For some people, $169 is a lot of money. For other people, it's not. It just depends on your particular situation, but that can be a con. The test is not instantaneous, and so the period from which you do the test to receiving the results can be weeks, and that can be very stressful for some people. And I think another con is that if you get an unexpected result, that may cause anxiety in the owner. So, for example, let's imagine that you have a puppy that you got from a rescue. You think it looks like a dogo. You've asked other people. You think it acts like a dogo. And you get the results back and it has 0 Dogo Argentino genetics in it. That might make some people on some level dissatisfied because their expectation wasn't met about what they thought their dog might have been. So I think that can be a con. But overall, I am a huge fan of DNA testing. I believe DNA testing is useful. I feel like it's something that you should do. And I think that the benefits far outweigh the detriments in terms of having a DNA test done. So I love Embark, like I said, and of course there is going to be an Amazon affiliate link in the description below should you be curious and want to purchase. I always appreciate support of the channel because this is a micro channel, and it's support like that helps it exist and helps me make more videos for you guys. I really enjoy DNA testing because I have an interest in genetics, and I think if you have any intention of breeding your Dogo Argentino, I think other people, either owners or breeders, appreciate DNA testing. So I recommend it. I think it's awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious as to whether you think it's of value or not. As always, thank you for your time and your attention. Have a Dogo-tastic day.